There was a quote from LeBron after the game against the Phoenix Suns, and they were talking about obviously tonight's game. I'm going to read this off here. It's definitely going to be a very special to be back home and be able to run out with my son. Talking about Bronny James, we spent a lot of time on that floor throughout my days when I played there for 11 years. Obviously, LeBron, his relationship in Cleveland, an absolute legend in Cleveland. There's some photos that were kind of resurfacing here the last day or so, showing LeBron with Bronny when Bronny was just obviously a baby. That quote made me kind of think that Bronny might get an opportunity to play tonight. I want to kind of put it this way here. We had a chance. We had a chance to watch Bronny in the first game. Obviously, there was a storyline behind it. Lakers were playing Minnesota Timberwolves. Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey Sr. were there. I don't really know what the plan is moving forward, but Cleveland is symbolic to LeBron James. So if he does play, I think it would not be a shock to me. However, with that in mind, how do I put this? I want to say that it's a dangerous place to be in. I think the position they're putting Bronny in. Because if Bronny comes in for a couple minutes tonight, let's say he came in for 2 or 3 minutes, it was in the second quarter again, it had no effect on the game, and then that was it. They just kind of let the crowd get into it for a quick second. Yeah. We called it a day. And then, by the way, before you know it, he's sent down to the G League, and now he's working on his game. That I don't really care. That's fine.
Yeah.
The problem is if Bronny's in there at a time where, hypothetically, it's a bad stretch and Lakers end up losing the game by a couple of points, and we're saying they played Bronny James in this situation, in this predicament. Well, that wasn't smart. What kind of do you make of the Bronny situation so far? I have my plan for Bronny. I have what I think would be a good game plan for Bronny. I'm not 100% sure what the Lakers have as far as what their thought process is for Bronny yet.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating, not going to lie. I thought it was cool night one. It was cool seeing them play together. It was a cool moment, obviously, with the Griffies there.
It didn't do anything for me. If I could be honest with you, I know for some people, they thought it was cool. I didn't. There was nothing that – it didn't do anything for me seeing Bronny on there. Yeah. And I don't know how much it did for other Laker fans. I think it was a cool moment for LeBron and his family. I don't know what that moment was for everybody else, but that's just me.
I agree with you. I just tried to be like, okay, let's give him the moment. Let's do it. Let's be done with it. This kind of annoys me because now the Lakers are 3-1, and it's like, this is not a reunion to like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand every game that he plays against someone. There's some meaningful thing. Cleveland's a good team. And if you're
can I just say this? I think Cleveland, the Cleveland thing is not out of nowhere, right? Like, we know that. It's not like this was the Raptors. The Cleveland game is symbolic to LeBron.
But the problem is here, like, to your point, if the Lakers lose by 3 points and he comes in for a couple minutes, LeBron is setting up Bronny to be absolutely hated by Laker fans because people are going to go, what the hell? This guy's playing. He doesn't deserve to be playing. I mean, frankly, with the guard play of Garland and Mitchell, they're going to go right at him. And why wouldn't you if you were Cleveland? He's playing in the game. I would literally attack him every single possession. They're too big for him and just too athletic. And it's not trying to rip Bronny. It's just he hasn't deserved anything to be playing. And the Lakers are 3-1 and seem like something's different and they could really contend. And doing things like this, I also want to make sure JJ Redick is the head coach because if this keeps happening, then it's like, okay, LeBron really is running the team. And I've loved JJ Redick so far. I don't feel like he is doing that. But, I mean, I thought we got our photo still. I don't think we need it again.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to this. And this is why I say I feel like it's kind of dangerous territory to be in because I think everybody agrees Bronny James should be in the G League right now. And he should be developing. He should be working on his game. And if I've said this before, I'll say it again. Part of me feels for Bronny because it's almost like he doesn't really have a say in any of this. He's just kind of going with the flow here. Okay, is what it is. The world's not going to end. He played in that first game, and it didn't affect the Lakers' results. So if it's the exact same thing tonight, and quick little photo op, this is in Cleveland, obviously LeBron from Akron, Ohio, and it doesn't affect the game, then I don't think anybody's going to say anything, and I don't think the world's going to end. But this is also a fan base that if all of a sudden the Lakers lost tonight, and in some shape, in the minutes that Bronny was in, I'm making this up, that the Cavs went on an 8-0 run, right. That's what's going to be talked about when the game is over. What's not going to be talked about is, hey, how cool was it that Bronny got a chance to play and he's here? This is that. I personally think they're not going to make a storyline of this. It will probably be a quick, hey, he was there and then he's gone. But that's, again, I go back, that's kind of the dangerous territory that they're walking in. Bronny James, hopefully, will be down in the G League before we know it, and let this man just work on his game like every other late second rounder. And clearly Bronny James is going to need that for his success in the NBA down the road.
I mean, he missed half the season due to a heart condition. He only played in half of USC's season, averaging 4.8 points per game. He just needs time to work on his game. It's unfair. I think it also sends a really bad message to the bench, to the other guys, your Max Christie's, your Dalton Knecht's, your Gabe Vincent's, because night one, they let it go. It's a cool moment. It's father-son. Great. Did it. Got the photo op. The fans went crazy. Awesome. If this keeps happening, guys are going to go quietly behind closed doors. This dude should not be playing over me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, why is he taking away my minutes? Because, you know, his dad is the star of the team. And I think that could cause some locker room tension. I hope that doesn't happen. But at some point, guys are going to get tired of this. Like, they're all going to come out for PR and say that it's good and it's great and it's cool to see. But if D'Angelo Russell's sitting on the bench and he's like, why is he in right now? I don't understand that. And then you're going to have a real thing of JJ Redick. Are you for the team? Are you going to lose the team, guys? Or are you going to possibly piss off LeBron? So it kind of creates some problems.
Here's what my gut tells me. My gut tells me is that LeBron is too smart to put his son in that position. Yeah. My gut tells me that JJ Redick understands that this is also a fan base that, they're not too crazy about getting too cute. At the end of the day, they want to win basketball games, and teams off to a 3-1 start. A lot of people are optimistic about the start. So I don't think it's going to linger. I don't think that this is something that we're going to continue to talk about through the season. But the fact that it is a little bit of a conversation, because there are reports that are saying that it seems like he is going to play. I read you the quote from LeBron. I think the quote from LeBron makes it sound like, maybe he doesn't play. Maybe it's just as simple as him saying they're walking out of the tunnel together, and that's all they care about. Maybe that's the case. But I think you and I both are on the same page of this, and I feel like there's a lot of people. Part of me feels bad for Bronny. I just don't know how much of a say Bronny has in all this stuff.
And it sets a precedent, like, okay, so you're back in Cleveland, say he plays tonight. What happens when we're playing in Miami? LeBron played there for 4 seasons. I'm sure Bronny went to games there too. Are we going to have the same thing? Or in New York playing at the Garden? There'll be some story. It's like it sets a bad precedent that could, like, and I think people were pretty much with night one. And hey, I hope if Bronny plays, I hope he scores 10 points and his lights out, and we're all talking about, wow, Bronny was actually pretty good. I don't think he's shown that so far that he should be playing. I hope JJ Redick has control of the team and not LeBron.
What I hope for more than anything else is I just don't want this guy to be in a position where he gets playing time, the game ends, people are looking at, hey, his plus minus was minus 10 in 4 minutes of play, and the Lakers lost the game, and then that all of a sudden becomes the storyline.